What the hell's going on, people? This is Periodic, and you see the title of the video. We are jumping back into Dragonball Z Dokkan Battle. We're jumping back into the 350 million global downloads reached countdown. No, not the countdown. We're past the countdown. We're in part one, the celebration campaign. Damn, I messed it up. Too bad. Anyway, we're going to take a look at your red coin shop, ladies and gentlemen. The red coin shop has 16 characters in it. 16 characters in it. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, Periodic, I've scrounged up 400 red coins, or Periodic, I finally achieved 500 red coins. Who should I pick? Don't worry, little Billy Bob. I'm about to tell you.
Hear my thought. I shut it down wherever power is stored. Being real is in the past, watch the cowards get on. It ain't kill me, so it's making me stronger. And these bite-sized rappers now sensing my hunger.
Hey, before we get into the video, I just want to give a shout out to this month's members. I appreciate all of you guys. And if you want to contribute to the channel, but you don't want to have to sign up for a monthly payment type of thing, you can go into any one of my videos, this one included, and scroll down here to the thanks button. This is actually really cool. You're able to contribute, leave a highlighted comment below, and have a nice little animation on the YouTube video. Or you can just watch, subscribe, and like. So let's take a look at both banners. First off, you have the Super Saiyan Goku banner, and then of course you have the Full Power Frieza banner. But enough looking at the actual images. Let's scroll down and take a peek at the characters, because of course the two banner featured units are not gonna be there. So we have to cut those two off and look at everybody else. So as you can see, 8 characters that you can get from the Baba shop, from the red coins shop, and some of these guys are very, very, very good. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you have 500 coins and you do not have LR Bootanks, then your number one choice is LR Bootanks. I'll tell you why. This guy is so good at his LR state. Power absorption and Majin power are a very strong dual combination category. Majin power is actually somewhat small, as you can see here. It's pretty tiny, but it has some very powerful characters like the Buu Piccolo, the Super Buu, the Tech Exchange Buu, the Easy A for this Tech Buu here, the Easy A for the Int Kid Buu, the Strength Transforming Buu. Yes, he's actually good, guys. He's good alongside of LR Bootanks. The Physical Support Buu, the Physical Kid Buu support. You know, you got a lot of decent characters on here. And then, of course, Power Absorption is really good as well. The upcoming, or not the upcoming, what the hell am I talking about? The Super 17, LR Cell. And then this category is a little bit bigger, but barely, right? But combined with the other one, you can throw in a few androids in here, right? Like you can throw in the Tech Second Form Cell, or the Super 17 here, the Easy A. You can even throw this support, who's a free-to-play, AMPS. This guy's actually pretty solid. Attack and defense 50%, extreme allies 2 key, 30% attack and defense, and artificial life forms gain an additional 30% attack. And obviously artificial life forms is really big, and pretty much all of those characters that I just mentioned are on artificial life forms, so he's actually a pretty solid support. So this guy, decent double leader skill, but they're small categories. But he's on some very strong ones, right? He's on Final Trump Card. He's on Kamehameha, Artificial Life Forms, like I said. Even Time Limit is good. Transformation Boost is insane. And Majin Buu Saga, potentially one of the best in the game. But what makes him so damn good is a few different things. Number one, he stacks a defense on his 18 key and stacks attack on his 12 key. Very few units do that. You know who does? The new Goku and the new Frieza do. Yeah, so you know that's good. What else does this guy do? He gives himself fat stats, 120% attack and defense. He gains 12% HP at the start of turn, and every orb he gets an additional key from it. Every type orb he gets. So if he's grabbing AGL orbs, he's getting 2 key from each AGL orb. If he's grabbing strength orbs, 2 key. If he's grabbing physical orbs, 3 key. And the best part in my opinion, is his transformation condition. By the way, I didn't even mention that he's got a 30% chance to launch an additional super attack, but his activation condition is not that hard. Wait 4 turns, HP above 50%, you can choose to transform if you want to. Now, if you want to, you turn into Gohan, you can no longer stack attack or defense, you just gain an attack boost for your super attack, and you actually lose a little bit of HP recovery. It goes from 12 to 10, but now you go from 120% attack and defense to 150. You're launching a guaranteed and additional attack that now has a 30% chance to be a super. You also are given 5 ki for 5 turns. You still have that other ki mechanic of getting extra ki on each type orb, and you're going to seal enemies' super attack for 5 turns. So this dude is very powerful in this particular form. So definitely, whoopsie, the top choice, in my opinion, to get with 500 red coins. Secondary with 500 red coins would be LR AGL Gohan. Now, LR AGL Gohan is still really solid, especially if you don't have him. If you're still missing this guy, he's one of the top defensive units in the game because he stacks defense on his 12 ki and his 18 ki. And again, he's one of the best defensive units in a long event because he gives himself 10% attack and defense every turn, to a maximum of an additional 70% attack and defense. He's also giving himself ki every turn for 5 turns. And he already starts at 100% attack and defense on top of LR stats, so that's really, really good, right? So this dude right here, after, just a few turns, he's going to be doing 4 million attack stats, and his defense is going to go to 400k, 500k. Like, it's ridiculous, and it's just going to keep on growing and growing and growing the longer the event is. Now, he does have a transformation condition, but honestly, it's one of the worst in the game. This is just so bad. Can be activated when HP is 58% or less with Android 16 on the team. It's so bad. Or when HP is 58% or less with an existing Androids category ally, or if the enemy is an Androids category, and you have to wait 5 turns for that to happen. So it's just stupid because he's not on any category besides Android Cell Saga, I believe, that Android 16 is on. So it's just really stupid. I don't even want to go into it. When he turns into Super Saiyan 2, though, he's like one of the biggest nuking units in the game. He's absolutely incredible. But even in this form, dude, I have him rainbowed level 10 Lynx, 4 million attack stats, and his defense just flies. Like, it gets to a high level very, very quickly. And then last but not least, you have the intelligence Goku Vegeta. Now, if you're still missing these guys and you have, for whatever reason, Bootanks and Gohan, it's fine to grab these guys with 500 red coins. I do think that there's better options, but if it's like this is the only Dokkan-Fest LR card you're missing, then yeah, you can grab them because they're still really solid. They're still really good. 120% attack and defense. Oh, guess what? That's the same stat that Bootank starts off with, right? Like, that's pretty good for characters that came out in 2018. They actually gain 3 ki for every rainbow orb that they grab. And they're going to be raising attack on that 1 turn for their 18 ki, which is really good. And that's pretty much the super attack you're always going to be doing on the 18 ki. So that's really, really awesome. And then their transformation condition is not the best, but it's not as bad as some others. You have to wait 6 turns and you have to be below 50% HP. So when that happens, you fuse into Vegito, you gain all of your health back. You're now gaining 4 ki for every rainbow orb. You're sitting at 150% attack and defense, and you're countering all normal attacks with tremendous power. Also, your 18 ki is buffing allies' attack by 30%. So this Vegito is actually really good even to this day. He is solid as hell. So still a good choice. Okay, now let's just say you're at 400 red coins. I'm going to tell you right now, you don't want to go for Planet Namek Goku. You don't want to go for Int Kid Buu. If you're able to Extreme Z Awaken this AGL Goku, this wouldn't be a bad choice. If for whatever reason you still don't have him, then you can go for him because he's getting his Extreme Z Awakening in part 2 and he's very, very good. But honestly, he would probably be my second choice with 400 red coins. GT Goku would 100% be my first choice. This dude is so good even just at 55%. And he can work on any team. He doesn't just have to be on GT Heroes. He can be on Pure Saiyans, Goku's Family, Super Saiyans, Kamehameha, Giant Ape Power, Turtle School. He works on all those categories. Yes, he gains an additional 50% defense boost when he gets GT Heroes, and that makes it really nice. But even without that, he's still raising his defense on his super attack. He's still starting at 120% defense. And the amount of damage he does when he collects a bunch of orbs is unreal. And oh, by the way, he's an orb changer. So that's incredible. So this dude is really, really solid. Definitely your first choice with your 400 red coins. And then your second choice, I would think, would be an Extreme Z Awakened Transformation Goku, because he's absolutely insane. And then your third choice would probably be this AGL Bardock. Yes, I am indeed putting the Transformation Extreme Z Awakened Goku ahead of AGL Bardock, even though AGL Bardock is really good. He's really good, but I feel like his time is going to shine a little bit later down the road when there are better low-class warrior characters in the game, because this form right here is a little lackluster. He's 120% attack and defense, and then he gains an additional 10% attack for every low-class warrior on the team. But honestly, low-class warrior is still a trash category. Look, it is the Ginyu Force, some crappy Gokus besides Int Kid Goku, or I'm sorry, not the Ginyu Force, Team Bardock. It's Team Bardock, some crappy Gokus. The Int Kid Goku is good, but he doesn't mix with this Bardock at all. And then Tech Raditz, who doesn't really mix with the Bardock at all. So it doesn't really make sense, right? So you're not going to get this 50% attack buff. It's just not going to happen. So you're going to be sitting at 120% attack and defense. Now, you will have to wait 4 turns, and then you can transform. When you transform, now you're really good. Now you're really good. Raises attack and defense on the super attack for that 1 turn. 180% attack, 100% defense. Attacks effective against all types when fighting extreme class enemies, which is insane. 3 key, 18% chance to dodge, 18% chance to crit, 18% damage reduction for 5 turns. You also absolutely obliterate wicked bloodline characters, like just absolute ridiculousness in this form. But you kind of have to go through 4 turns of mediocreness, to be quite honest. So that's why I say, dude, this Goku's Easy 8 is so broken that, like, yeah, 400 red coins for him. If you, for whatever reason, don't have him, do it. I would not spend 400 red coins on Int Kid Goku or Planet Namek Goku. Now moving on to the Frieza banner. First option, 500 red coins. Done. Done. Do it. Do it right now. If you don't have them, do it right now. 500 red coins. Easiest 500 red coin purchase of your life. Easiest. Besides LR AGL Goku, this is probably the second best option you can do, honestly, because I would say that Battle of Wits and Majin Buu Saga is better than Representative Universe 7 and Miraculous Awakening, or is the Powerful Comeback, whichever one Vegeta's category is. It's good, but this combo here is better. This combo here is better, and I would say that Vegito is slightly behind, if not equal to Int Vegeta, whereas AGL UI Goku is above the 2 of them. So 500 red coins for AGL UI Goku should be your first option. Your second should be them right here. These guys are so good in almost every single situation. And then this Super Vegito pumps out some of the most damage in the game. Some of the most damage in the game. So you want to go heavy, heavy, heavy crit on this guy. Heavy crit. He starts off with a 30% chance to crit. That's fine. He also foresees enemy super attack, which is ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous. Just insane power. LR Cell is also a very good option with 500 red coins. Definitely a good option. Say I went back to the SSR. We're going back to the LR because they are going to add more Android and Cell Saga units. And so this guy's going to look even better in the future. But even now, he's a great tanky unit. He does really good damage, and his transformation condition is not as bad as Gohan's, right? You drop below 30% HP, you get a full Sensu Bean revival, and then here, if you're grabbing a lot of orbs, you're doing insane amount of damage. Insane amounts of damage. And you wait 1 turn, and you get an awesome active skill that does ridiculous amounts of damage. So this guy is a great pickup with 500 red coins. Last but not least, you have the third year anniversary for the 500 red coins. I don't really recommend getting these guys at this point with 500 red coins. I'd honestly, just like with the LR Int Vegito, that Goku and Vegeta, I would rather do 400 red coins on some Dokkan-Fest TURs like Tech Gohan if you don't have them, Physical Golden Frieza if you don't have them, Int Gogeta, characters like that, right? The GT characters. But if, again, this is the last Dokkan-Fest LR that you have not pulled, then you can justify using 500 red coins on them. They're still really good. They do pretty much exactly what the Int Vegito does, except the difference is when he goes Super Gogeta, he doesn't give a buff on his Ultra Super attack. He lowers attack and defense to the enemy, and his attacks are effective against all types. He doesn't counter. His attacks are effective against all types. So he does a lot more upfront damage, if that makes sense. Now, if we move on to the TURs, if you don't have GT Vegeta, this should honestly be your first choice. This guy right here should be your first choice. Again, he gains an attack bonus off of GT heroes, but you don't need him on there. You can throw him on the Pure Saiyans, Vegeta's family, Super Saiyans, Worthy Rivals, Giant Ape Power, or Gifted Warriors. And he's actually giving himself defense when grabbing all those orbs, and he's an orb changer, just like the Goku. So this guy's incredible. Now, right behind him, I would say, is this physical Frieza. This physical Frieza, if you are having difficulty on the Resurrected Warriors SBR, Universal Survival, Representative Universe 7, Transformation Boost, Full Power, Wicked Bloodline, Otherworld Warriors, Gifted Warriors, Time Limit, Attain to Evolution. Some of these don't even have Super Battle Roads or Extreme Super Battle Roads. But when they do, this guy is like the MVP of every single one because of what he does. He stacks defense. He guaranteed seals super attack in this form, which is huge in Super Battle Road and Extreme Super Battle Road. He lowers the enemy's attack and defense, but particularly the attack. This is the big thing. By 30% for 2 turns. That's insanity. And if he gets hit, if you put him in the first slot, he gains an additional 50% attack and defense for 5 turns. So right there, he becomes pretty darn tanky. And then for the rest of the turn, he's got a 30% chance to dodge. So having that chance to completely negate and evade all damage is incredible. And then, if you want to pump out a little bit of damage, this is why this guy's so good and why I rank him kind of like on the same level as GT Vegeta, is his transformation condition is he has no transformation condition. He could just transform whenever you want. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 10, turn 20. It doesn't matter. There's no HP requirements. There's no enemy requirements. There's no ally requirements. You can transform whenever you want. And when you do, he now has a 70% chance to stun. 70% chance to stun. He's massively raising his attack, so he's doing insane amounts of damage. 120% attack and defense. And when he supers, he gains an additional 80% attack and defense. Guess what? That's calculated separately. So he's sitting at 300% attack and defense when he supers with a 70% chance to stun. Oh, and by the way, if you get hit really hard and you drop below 50% HP, he's got a 50% damage reduction. Like, is this not the perfect Super Battle Road unit? Like, he's just absolutely perfect. Golden Frieza, good God almighty. And then my last 2 suggestions. Number 1, do not pick up AGL Metal Cooler with red coins. Definitely not worth, definitely not worth, definitely not worth. Number 2, this Tech Frieza, just like the AGL Goku, his Extreme Z Awakening is actually in the game. Goku's is going to be in part 2, but this guy is insanity. Check it out. Stacks attack and defense, lowers defense. Starts with 110% attack and defense. Gives himself 3 key, 10% attack, and 40% defense when attacking superclass enemies. The majority of characters in the game are superclass, right? You gain 11% HP at the end, or at the start of turn, sorry. You go into second form, Easy Aid, you're now at 120% attack and defense. 3 key, 20% attack, 30% defense when attacking superclass enemies. You're now gaining 12% HP at the start of turn. You go into third form, 130% attack and defense, 3 key, 30% attack, 20% defense. You're now recovering 13% HP at the start of turn. Final form Frieza, 140% attack and defense, 3 key, 40% attack, 10% defense. 14% HP at the start of turn. And then last but not least, Golden Frieza. You lose the stacking ability of your attack and defense, but you are able to continue raising it for that one turn. All right, so you're still raising attack and defense for that one turn. You get that 70% chance to stun the enemy. You're now sitting at 150% attack and defense. You lost that extra defense bonus, but I mean, you kind of made it up here. You're still getting a 50% attack bonus when attacking superclass. You're gaining 3 ki. You get 15% HP at the start of turn. So it's literally LR Goku Black and Zamasu's passive. And for that one turn, when you turn golden, you gain 12 ki and perform a guaranteed crit. So this EZA is busted. Definitely a top choice. I would say behind the GT Vegeta and the final form Frieza here, though it's a very close behind. He's like just, his nose is like on the back of physical Frieza's head. That's how close he is. And then last but not least, the person that may be worth your 400 red coins if you are still missing him is Strength Cooler. This guy's still amazing. He leads 2 of the best categories in the game, some of the best categories in the game, I should say. He's a double support character, which is insane. And then if you transform, then he absolutely obliterates Pure Saiyan and Hybrid Saiyans. So there you go, guys. Those are the characters that I do think you should get with your red coins. If you don't already have them, you have some really, really powerful units in there. I do suggest always going for Dokkan-Fest LRs you do not have, unless if they're like 3 years old, 4 years old, then maybe it's not necessarily a smart move, and you can start investing in some really good Dokkan-Fest TURs like the GT boys, and then of course the Final Form Frieza, and then these 2 Extreme Z Awakens if you're able to do it. But that's my 2 cents. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments down below while you're down there. If you want to follow the channel, you can do so by clicking that blue join button, becoming a boomer champion like Joe V, or do it the free-to-play way. Gently rub that sub button, gingerly ring that bell button, lovingly kiss the like button. As always, it's Periodic. See y'all in the next video.